Hey guys, it's Haley here, and I'm sorry if my camera looks crooked. I spent a couple minutes trying to fix it on the tripod, and I don't know what's happening. So, as long as you guys can see me, that's all that matters. But I'm finally getting around to recording my video on my tier list ranking for all the episodes of season 2 of Helluva Boss. Now, I asked you guys in a poll in my community post what you guys wanted to see first, my episode ranking or my song ranking for season 2 of Helluva Boss. You guys wanted to see the episodes first, so I'm here to provide that for you guys. Full disclaimer, I'm not good at expressing my opinions of these episodes. I am not an episode reviewer, clearly, because my channel would be very different if that was the case. I'm not very good at explaining my opinions, so please bear with me as I try not to be biased throughout this whole video. Another thing, too, I'm gonna stumble over my words probably, so just bear that in mind. I'm gonna try my best to not be biased for a lot of these episodes because I love a lot of the episodes in this season, even the ones that people don't like. Spoiler alert. So just bear with me. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And enough with the chatter, let's get to the tier list and get to ranking these episodes. Alrighty, guys, so we are on the tier maker. So I have my mouse and keyboard with me today, so it'll make things a little easier. So there's a lot of season 1 episodes here, but we're focusing strictly on season 2, so we're going to ignore those. Also, we'll be ranking the shorts because they came out around the time season 2 did, so might as well. So let's change this up. So for top tier, we'll put excellent. I can't spell. Whoa, 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 whoa. That don't look right. Show stopping. Incredible. All the above. All the good stuff. So that's top tier. Next tier will be pretty good. Next tier will be just alright. And this tier we'll put eh. And then last tier will be downright terrible. How about that? Okay, so we got a decent tier list going. So I'm gonna try and not put all the episodes in top tier, guys, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so first episode we have is the circus. So people are pretty mixed on this episode. I feel like you either love this episode or you don't. Me personally, I really like this episode. I thought it was a good start to season 2. I really liked it. You know, the animation was very pretty. The Stolas song was very good. Not my favorite of season 2 because Stolas has way better songs later on in the season. I really like, Stolas and Blitz, falling in love kind of as kids, like it has, the childhood best friends to lovers trope. And I am a sucker for that trope. I know a lot of people didn't like how they showed Stolas and Blitz as kids. Personally, I thought it was cute. It adds so much like emotional like depth to their relationship as adults. In my opinion, I don't know. I think it was cute. Their dads are terrible. Stella, I I love Stella as a character, but she's terrible. But I really like this episode. Not one of my favorites of the season, but I feel confident in saying it's going in pretty good. This one's another controversial. Well, kind of, sort of. This one's pretty mixed with a lot of people, and that is the second episode, Seeing Stars. So, I'm gonna sound biased because Octavia is my favorite character in Helluva Boss. I really did like this episode too. I know a lot of people didn't like it because the humor is like, eh. I thought the humor was okay. You know what I mean? I thought it was okay. The animation's very nice in this one too. There are a lot of people that say it looked wonky in a little places, and looking at what people are talking about, I do notice that a little bit. But in scenes like the Luna and Octavia one, the animation's chef's kiss. But I do get where people are coming from. Where in some scenes the animation looks a bit off, but I'm not gonna pit that against the episode. You know what I mean? I'm not an animation expert, clearly, so I can't talk. But I kind of notice what people are talking about. But I will agree with people with like the Stolitz thing, where after Ozzy's, it feels a bit weird that they're just kind of ignoring what happened in a way. But in a way, it's like the focus right now is on Octavia, so I can understand them kind of pushing that to the side. There's a lot of good character moments in this episode, like I said, particularly with Octavia and Luna, especially with Luna and how she treats Blitz and how that plays into her character. I really did like this episode. Again, not one of my top favorite episodes, but personally I liked it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I really do like it. So it is going with the circus. Next one is episode 3. This is X's and O's. This is with Moxie's backstory. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. This one's pretty good too. You're gonna notice there's a lot of pretty goods. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying not to be biased. I'm trying, so just bear with me. I really liked this episode a lot too. The action was great. The animation was great, especially with Millie's fight scene with the mob. It was so good. It was so good. But yeah, what is happening? Okay, we just got an ad in the. Oh, okay. All right, that was awkward. There was an ad pop up in the middle of the tier. Go away. Thank you. I don't know what that was about, but I really liked this episode too. It was very good. The drama, the angst, it was so good. It was so good. And it kind of, again, it's like this episode is the epitome of Helluva Boss being a soap opera. And people said that Sinsmas was the episode where it turned into a soap opera, but it's like, what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Like, I've been noticing that critique, and it's been bothering me because I, I feel like people use that more as an insult, and it bothers me because it's like, well, first of all, my favorite show is a soap, which is Melrose Place. You guys already know this already. If you're new to the channel, my favorite show is Melrose Place. It's a soap. And I just feel like the way people treat like the soap operas in general is very disrespectful. I know it's not a big deal, but it is to me. Like there's so many good shows that are soap operas. Yes, they're corny, they're campy, but that's the whole appeal. It's fun. Do you not like fun? But this episode is kind of like the epitome of it being a soap opera. Moxie has, daddy issues with Crimson. Uh, Believe it or not, a lot of characters in soaps, particularly Melrose Place, have daddy issues. I can list you a couple characters, but that's neither here nor there. Like this episode feels like a soap. There's lots of drama and trauma from Moxie, which I had my jaw on the floor. I thought it was pretty well handled, honestly. I know the I know people have an issue with the tonal whiplash, but that's a thing that happens in soaps as well. Again, happens a lot in Melrose Place. You'd be surprised. So there's nothing wrong with like this show being a soap. I dig it. I know some people might not, and that's fine. But this episode feels like a soap opera episode. You know, it has like the tropes of one, and that's not a bad thing. I think in terms of Moxie, it makes a lot of sense because Moxie's like, you know, a theater kid. So he's kind of like Stolas. I mean, he doesn't watch soaps. Stolas does, but you get my point. You know, it would make sense. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm rambling, but I really big critique of the episode. You know, the thing that I agree with everybody. We should have gotten Millie's side of her story with Chaz. We never got that. I don't know why. It's fine that this is a Moxie centric episode, but the fact that Chaz dated him and Millie and we don't know a thing about what happened with him and Millie, it is bothersome, and I wish we got that. But other than that, I'd say X's and O's goes in the third tier. Oh boy, we have episode number 4, Western Energy. I'm gonna be honest. I did like this episode when I first saw it, but I'm sorry if you hear music in the background. My dad's listening to music downstairs. It's gonna go in the alright tier. Because I don't hate this episode. Just a disclaimer, all these episodes, wherever I place them, I don't hate them with a full passion. At all. I don't hate them. Western Energy is alright. Looking back on it, it's an alright episode. Again, this is another episode that kind of feels soap opera-y. I can't talk. Soap opera-y in a way, because you have Stolas being tortured, and then plot B, you have random shenanigans with Blitz and Luna at the vet. So, tonal whiplash all over the place. I feel like people have a problem with this one because of that, which is understandable, because it can feel off-putting. And I thought this was okay, honestly. It has a lot of memorable lines, and you know, it was good to see Stryker. Kind of sad we lost Norman Reedus, but at the same time it's understandable why, because he had things going on with The Walking Dead. Why the show's still going on, I don't know, but my aunt's probably getting a good kick out of it. I don't watch it, so my aunt does. She loves that. But I really think the new, oh, I forgot his name. I forgot the new guy's name for Stryker. Watch it come to me later. But I think he's really good as Stryker as well. I'm so used to him now as Stryker. And I know people are like, oh, well, Stryker's a joke now, this and that. I still think he's pretty intimidating. You know, the way he was treating Stolas was kind of scary, honestly. And we get, you know, good Stolas drama at the end with Blitz saying he can get hurt. Like, that stuff is chef's kiss. But the plot's kinda for me. I don't know. I feel like it could have been a lot better. You know, I really wish that they had Blitz try to save Stolas. I did see a tier ranking from one of my favorite, like, Hello Boss reactors, 3B Skyen. I don't know if you guys watch his content, but if you don't, please do, especially if you love long reaction content, because he is so good at analyzing these characters. And he brought up some good points about Western Energy. He basically put it in the spot where this episode wasn't needed, and I kind of agree. It probably wasn't needed. Or if you were going to put it, just add more plot relevant stuff. I don't know. Like, we get some good insight into Stolitz's relationship with the text messages that they had after Ozzy's. I thought that was really heartbreaking, you know? But I don't know. It's just like the Blitz and Luna shenanigans we probably didn't need. Although it was funny. I will admit it was funny, but we probably didn't need that. I don't know. So this one's alright. Oh boy, everyone's favorite episode. Unhappy Campers. Everybody loves this episode, guys. Do you guys know that everybody loves this episode? If you can't tell, I'm being sarcastic. Nobody likes this episode. Me personally, I'm gonna put it in all right. I'm gonna put it in all right. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, you know? It introduced my girl Barbie, okay? My girl Barbie Wire. We love her. Icon, legend, the moment. I love Barbie Wire. However, this episode's okay. I don't get the critiques for this episode. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Again, if I say something wrong, I'm sorry guys. Again, I'm not good at expressing my opinions for like episodes, man. But this one's all right. Like I know people are like, "Oh, the humor's cringe. The humor's cringe." And it's like I don't know, man. I thought like is Moxie acting like annoying? Probably. But he's a theater kid. He's gonna be dramatic and he's gonna do all this extra stuff. He's a theater kid. So, like, I don't know. It makes sense. The drama between him and Millie, it didn't really feel out of place to me. Couples argue. That doesn't mean that they don't love each other. Like, couples argue. It happens. And I think that's good to show that even, like, happy couples, because every couple is going to have an argument now and then. Like, no couple is perfect. I say, as I've never been in a relationship or had a first kiss, and I'm 24 years old. I'm a 24-year-old single lesbian. So there's that. I'm about to be 25 in August. So, anyway, this episode's alright. We got Barbie. It was great. I wish we got more of her in the season. Wish she had more screen time in this episode. But that is neither here nor there. This episode's okay. Moving on, we have Oops. You guys knew that was coming. What do you say about Oops? We got Fizz back. We have one of the best Helluva Boss couples, Ozzy and Fizz, the loves of my life. I love them dearly. I love them. They are adorable. I could not get over them. Like, they're great. The song, Look at This, iconic. Iconic. The animation, stellar, on point, absolutely incredible. We have the drama with Blitz and Fizz. All that pent up emotion bubbling to the surface. It was some good food. It was really good. The drama was good. The character development with Blitz and Fizz was so good. We have Blitz finally coming around to apologizing to Fizz. We learn that somebody kept them apart. Cash Buck, so probably. It was probably him. We hate you. But it was. What do you say about Oops? Everybody loves Oops, and so do I. It's great. Truly the peak of season 2 of Helluva Boss. Mammon's Magnificent Musical Adventure, Magnificent Special, whatever it's called, brother. Again, another iconic episode. Again, this episode, fantastic job with Fizz's character development. I related a little too hard to Fizz. I really did. We get the introduction of Mammon, iconic sin, terrible person, but very iconic. The voice for him is absolutely perfect. The animation's great. The songs in this season, I thought were my favorites. Some of them are. Like, I love Crooked. I love 2 Minutes Notice. I love I'm a Clown Bee. Like, those were great. But then as the season went on, we got more bangers. So it's like, oh my god, of course we would get more bangers. I really loved this episode. Again, the emotional moments are what really got me. Again, particularly with Fizz and Ozzy. I did tear up at a couple areas because, again, it's just is so relatable. The moment with Blitz signing to the little imp kid was very wholesome, very cute. And it shows again, like the show can have its emotional moments along with, its humorous ones too. Like this episode is kind of the epitome of that. It's just such a good episode. What do you even say about it? Honestly, that hasn't been said. So we have our first short here, Hell's Bells. I'm gonna put this in all right. I actually, for a first short, this was pretty cute. Not my favorite. I did really love the merch for this short, clearly. It was very cute. It was really nice to see Sally Mae get a little more screen time. I know a lot of people were happy to see her back. And I just think this was a really cute short. I don't have any issues with it. I just thought it was okay. It wasn't, as the shorts would go on, we would get more mission focused ones. So this one's a little bit different from the rest, but I thought this was really cute, very sweet. And I thought it was okay, you know. Nothing too crazy to write about on that one. So here we have the full moon. Full moon. I know people were kind of mixed with this episode when it came out cuz of the agents and the cherubs being there and it not feeling like a Stolitz featured episode when it really should have been. And this one was pretty good. I'm not going to say it's my absolute favorite, but I can understand where people are coming from with the episode not being Stolitz centric. But I feel like, this episode did need a plot. I feel like you couldn't I don't know. Like, I feel like it would have been hard to just make it just Stolitz folk. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say hard. I feel like they could have done that, but I don't know how that would play out. You know what I mean? But the song was great. It felt nice to listen to it without the screaming from Level Up Expo. It was really good. And the scene with Stolas and Blitz was really well done, because again, all this pent up frustration with each other. They're both in the wrong. I know people were picking sides at the time when the episode came out, and excuse me, it was really frustrating me and a lot of people because it is clear that they were both in the wrong and they both have a lot of baggage and traumas that they haven't had time to work through or process properly. So it makes sense for them to clash at each other the way they did. That doesn't mean that they hate each other. It's just, to a certain point, it gets to a certain point where all the pent up emotion, like, it gets the best of you and you say things that you don't mean. It happens with a lot of people. I mean, I've been in a position where I've probably said stuff that I shouldn't have because I've been so like emotional. It happens to everybody. Nobody's perfect. And it's just a well done scene. The animation in it is really pretty. It is heartbreaking to watch. And when I first saw it, my anxiety, oh man, my anxiety was spiking. Let me tell you, when I first saw that episode, guys, my anxiety was spiking. I remember this episode came out while I was at work, and I was walking home watching it, well, walking to the bus stop. I was paying attention to what I was doing, guys, don't worry. But when that scene came on, ooh, Lord, my anxiety, ooh, girl, it was bad. But I really loved hearing Luna talk again. It was really very nice. The action was really good in this episode. The agents and the cherubs there, I didn't have an issue with it. Again, I really feel like the episode just needed a plot and they were the plot. So it felt nice to kind of bring them back and not have them be a forgotten thing. Could they have been in a different episode? Absolutely, but it is what it is. Would you guys rather have them an apology tour? You know what I mean? It's like, it's better to get them out our hair. or not have them in this season. I don't know. But again, I thought this episode was pretty good. The drama was really good. And I found it sweet that Blitz was like getting ready for his little date and doing all these nice things, only to get his heart shattered. Don't we love that? Anyway, Apology Tour. I'm gonna put Apology Tour in pretty good. I really did like this one too. It was really good to see Veronica again. Very good to see Veronica again. And again, very good emotional episode. The song in this episode is so good. It's so good. I really wish I did the song ranking, but you guys wanted the episode ranking. So here we are. But again, very good emotional episode, very good character development for Blitz. He finally comes around and opens up to Veronica and says, I don't want to be this way, not forever. Like, I'm really sorry that I hurt you. And he tries to apologize to Stolas, and that doesn't work out because Stolas is drunk. And it's probably not the best time, Blitz, but at least he's trying, because before he would have just been like, well, F you, I'm not trying. And he kind of does tell Stolas in the beginning, like, but it's mainly a projection type of thing, because he really does care about Stolas. He doesn't know how to express it properly. So, of course, he's going to do it through anger because Stolas is angry about how things went, and Blitz still sees himself as this lower being that Stolas treats like dirt. And he thinks, he blatantly tells Stolas, like, I don't know what you see in someone like me, an imp. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I just love the character work for Blitz. This is why he's one of my favorite characters. I love Blitz so much. I really do love the way he's written. He's made a lot of mistakes, but he is trying the best he can. He's not perfect. Nobody is. Nobody is. Like Ozzy said, nobody is. But he's trying, and that's all that matters in the long run. I really love the character work in this episode. Again, I'm terrible at explaining how I feel about these episodes, so I'm so sorry, guys. Please watch Better People to do episode rankings for, because I am absolutely terrible at this. But it's just really good character work, and the song is excellent. So we have another short. We have Mission Antarctica. So this one's pretty good. This one is where we start focusing more on the missions. So I thought it was pretty funny with the penguins and Blitz saying that he's a top. For some reason, that sparked a little controversy on Twitter and a bit of arguments. And I'm like, why? What does it matter? I don't know, man. Like, that stuff doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. To me, anyway. I know for some people it probably does matter, but it's like, it's a funny line. Who cares? Anyway, this episode was funny. I know it sparked a bit of controversy with the merch. I'm not going to get into that because that has nothing to do with the specific episode. I mean, it does, but they probably shouldn't have made that into a shirt. But they could have done something different with that penguin shirt, but I digress. This episode was funny. The animation was really good. And it was funny. Oh boy, Mission Weeaboo. This one's alright. The comedy in this one is like, I know a lot of people are like, I know a lot of reactors when they reacted to this short were like, make it stop. I kind of had that too. Like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. But this one was alright. Like, I'm not gonna say it's terrible or anything, but it's a short I would not rewatch. But it did have foreshadowing. If you squint, what just happened to it just refreshed on me. It does have foreshadowing for the Stolitz moment in Mastermind if you squint really hard at what Emberlyn is typing into her computer for her fan fiction. If you squint, you can see the foreshadowing. So I guess that short has that. So, Mission Chupacabras. Oh my god. Oh my god, showstop. I love this short, guys. It's so funny. It's so funny. I love this short. It's so funny. I'm sorry. It's just funny. I don't like. I'm the effing Chupacadupra. Like, come on, that's funny. I always laugh when I hear that line. This short's so funny. I don't know why. I really. It's my favorite short. It's my favorite short. It's so funny. It's so funny. Ghost effers. Oh my god. This one, oh, guys, guys, the animation in this episode, it scratches my brain. It is so good. It is so good. The fight scenes are incredible, well choreographed. It like when I first watched the episode and like rewatched it, I could not get over the animation. Like it's my favorite of the season. It's just so good. Why is it so good? It's so good. It's so good, you guys. Oh my god. And again, more Blitz character development. We get a little more Millie in this episode with her relationship with Blitz and how she is Blitz's best friend. And Blitz really needs someone like that in his time of need where he's dealing with the aftermath of Stolas. I am so sorry if you can hear the music. That is not me. But it's so good. Like that one scene with Blitz and his mother burning in front of him. Oh my god, and him screaming. Like, why would you guys do that? Brandon Rogers, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh my god, that was such good emotion. This episode was so full of emotion. The plot was engaging, the animation was great. Uh Rolando, is that how you say his name? Very good villain. I was very impressed. You know, John Waters is here. Everything about this episode's just peak. It's so good. Mastermind. I am the mastermind, the master of my fate, and you're going in top tier because I love this episode. Again, this episode's so good. The song, oh my god. The song. The song's so good, you guys. I am the mastermind, the master of my fate. Oh my god. Again, another episode where the animation's really good. The plot was really engaging. I understand what people say where they're like, oh, but Blitz wasn't going to die. He was going to be fine because Stolas would have saved him. So it's less, emotional. And I agree with like people like Skyen that say that the episode should have ended with it cutting to black with them about to strike Blitz and just have the next episode like be a backstory on Stolas and Octavia and Stella a little bit more. I do agree with that. I think that would have been a good ending to Mastermind. I really wish too we got more of Octavia's perspective. It really would have helped a lot for Sinsmith. That's another thing that Skyen said that I agree with. Please watch his reaction, well, his tier list as he explains these episodes, because again, I feel like he does it better than me. I feel like a lot of people do it better than me. But he does a good job in explaining how he really liked this episode too. I love this episode. This episode's really great. The emotion was there. Again, the Stolitz moments were very precious. They were very cute. And I know people are like, but I thought they were on bad terms still. Like, it seems like Stolas moved on. And it's like I understand that, but it's like I get that, but it is what it is. I don't know. But I really do love this episode. We got to see Satan and his design, and he's a dragon. If you couldn't tell, I love dragons. I go feral for them things, okay? I love them creatures. I'm not even pointing to them. I love them creatures, okay? I love dragons. And the fact that he was a dragon, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. We got to see my girl B. We got to see my girl B. I love her. We got Kesha back. We got Kesha, okay? Like, incredible. The song, I am the mastermind, and here I am the law. He is the law. Like, oh my god. The Stolitz kits at the end. Stolas having to live with Blitz and losing all his power. That is some good drama. Him being away from Octavia because he saved Blitz and he has to live with the consequences. That is some good food. That is some good food. Anyway, very good episode. Lots of drama. I love it. It again, another episode that feels like a soap, and I love it. Please give me more. And we got it in the form of Sinsmas. Top tier. Top tier. Excellent. Show stopping, incredible. The song was great. We got to hear my baby girl sing. The animation was great in this episode. The fight scene with the IMP crew and Andreafis. Mind blowing. Mind blowing. Okay? Mind blowing. Mind blowing. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands, but mind blowing. Incredible. The scene with Octavia and Stolas, again, it's so good. Again, I know people were getting upset with my girl Octavia for being upset with Stolas, but I really feel like you guys, some of you guys were the people, not you guys in particular, but the people getting mad at Octavia. She's gonna come around, but it's gonna take time. And the thing is like, I don't know why people act like she doesn't have a right to be upset with him, because she saw this man get up on, because I've always said I love Stolas, I do, but what I've always said about Stolas is he acts before he thinks. You know what I mean? He's one of those characters that will jump into action without thinking of the consequences or like anything else. When he saw Blitz on the TV about to be executed, his first thought was like, oh my Lucifer, what are they doing? They're about to kill him. So he goes, knowing full well that he might not make it. You know, he might not make out of this alive because they might kill him because they were about to kill Blitz. He goes in knowing that, but he does it to save Blitz. He says in the song, I can't live life without you by my side. No, I'd rather be dead. Girl, I would rather be dead than live life without you by my side. You know, like his first priority is Blitz. He doesn't really think about Octavia in that moment and how she'll have to live without him. But thankfully, he doesn't get executed. It would have been interesting if he did. I don't want Stolas to go, but it would have been interesting if he did, because that gives some perspective into Octavia and how she has to now live with Stella and Andreafis. Granted, she still has to live with them. She still has to live with them because of what Stolas has done, and he has to live with the consequences of his actions. So it's just a lot. Like, this is a teenager. You guys, like, I feel like people are being way too harsh on her, and it's like she has a right to be upset, is my thing. And I'm not trying to sound biased because she's my favorite character, but it's just like, I feel like people just are so harsh on her, and it just bothers me because it's like she's not she's acting out of emotion. And like Skyen said in his tier ranking video, that I fully agree with, and I thought this was a very good analytical point that he made. Stolas, no, goodness gracious, Octavia really is Stolas's daughter. Stolas acts on his emotions. Like in Full Moon, he was doing what he thought was best for Blitz instead of talking and letting Blitz get a word in. He was making the decisions like, oh, I'm giving you this Asmodean crystal because I'm severing the ties between us, because I feel like this isn't healthy. But the thing is like, that's all well and good, but you're not letting Blitz get a word in. Blitz is confused, and you're not letting him talk, and that's making Blitz angry, and that's why Blitz acts out in anger, because he feels like Stolas is making all these decisions without talking to him. Because one thing about our boys, they have that miscommunication trope going on. That's what Octavia is doing here. Octavia is acting out of emotion. She's doing what she thinks is best for Stolas. When she sees the happy pills that he's been taking, she asks him, like, was I just an effing obligation? Is that why you needed to take these? And Stolas is telling her, like, no, that's not why. Like, you're the only good thing in my life. But Octavia's acting out of emotion. She's like, well, since you're so miserable and you're taking all these pills and you're staying because of me, go be with Blitz. I don't want to talk to you. I got nothing to say. Like, she's pushing him away. She's Stolas's daughter, and that's what Skyen said. And I thought the way that he analyzed that scene was so perfect, because it really is true. Like, this girl really is Stolas's daughter. She's acting out of emotion and what she thinks is best for Stolas, and not letting him get a word in. She just thinks, oh, you're miserable because of me? Fine. I'm taking the initiative and severing ties. I don't want to talk to you. Go be with Blitz. Go be with him since you're so miserable. It's so good. I'm gonna link his video in the description so you guys can see it, because it is so good. And I really love his Sinsmith reaction too. It was so good. There were so many good scenes in this episode. I really love the Millie plot twist of her being pregnant. For some reason, that was the moment that made people be like, "Oh, Helluva Boss is a soap opera now." Again, people mean that as a critique, which I don't appreciate, because who cares? Helluva Boss being soapy is not a bad thing. It's not. It's fun. I don't know if that's not it's that if that's not your cup of tea, then I can understand that. That's okay. Soaps aren't for everybody, but it drives me crazy, man. It drives me crazy. But that was really good. The like Blitz imagining him with Octavia and Octavia and Stolas and Luna, that was really cute. I loved that scene. It was very sweet. Like this episode, like the Stolitz dancing scene, very well animated. Like there's a lot of good moments in this episode, and it was such a great way to end the season. Andreafus acted like a diva. Same thing with Stella. It was just really good. I really loved this episode. Very good character work as well. But yeah, guys, that is my tier ranking for the entirety of season 2. Why is my mouse not working? Wake it up. Okay, it's not working. Hi guys, that is my tier ranking for season 2 episodes of Helluva Boss. Where would you guys rank these episodes? This video has been running for 43 minutes. I'm not even joking. I'm looking at the runtime right now, so you guys will be getting the good food with this video. Like I said, guys, I am not a professional when it comes to ranking any type of episode of any show. Same thing with characters and or songs. But you guys really wanted to see this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun talking about this show with you guys in this season. Overall, I really did like season 2 a lot. It was a massive improvement over season 1, and it was a lot of fun, a lot of great character moments, and I love this show. I love talking about it. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day and or night, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.